the middle order that's been so much talked about over the last little while, before the World Cup, through the World Cup, and up until now, has fired. It's done its job. And Rishabh Pant, I thought, the thing we spoke about prior to the match starting, when I was talking about young players, or that's the way I play, blah, blah, blah. He summed up the situation today. He was 0 off 5, he was 5 off 15, and finished up 71 off 69. Yeah. He summed up the situation, played it accordingly, and then found his groove and started to accelerate. So I was really impressed with his innings today. Shreyas Iyer, well, we've found a number 4, finally.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't jinx it. You've said it a few times before. Well, we can say it as long as the team management is not saying it. Because when they say it, things go wrong. We're talking about Shreyas Iyer and Rishabh Pant. Rishabh Pant getting his first ODI 50 with his captain.
No, absolutely.
Not Virat Kohli. Shreyas Iyer.
His Delhi captain.
His Delhi captain.
All these partnerships, as Avideep was also saying, our producer Avideep was saying. So, you had Jadeja and Kedav Jadhav having a spot in the middle.
A CSK partnership.
A CSK partnership. Before that, there was a Delhi Capitals partnership. So, it all looks very good. But I think the most important thing for me today was the maturity again of India's number 5 and number 4, number 5.
Yes.
And that was brilliant. One of the things I want to say here is, I was just looking back at it and suddenly I decided to go and look at Sehwag's batting averages. And you see Sehwag batting and you say, this guy is meant for white ball cricket.
Yeah.
But you go and look at his stats are actually much better in test cricket than they are in white ball cricket and in ODI cricket, and then much, much less even if you come to T20 cricket. I mean, in T20 cricket, in the IPL, in international cricket, he's frankly been a disappointment. And I think in a funny way, you might see Rishabh Pant and say, this guy is actually a natural T20 player. But you see his big scores. He's got a big one here today. See his test scores. He may just be the kind of guy who does not need the bugbear on his back or the fact that he needs to score fast.
Yeah.
And he might just end up being a much better ODI and test player than a T20 player.
So better if the format is longer, you feel Rishabh Pant, because he cops a lot of flack. He's only played 13 ODIs, right? This is his 13th. Somehow he's copped the flack of someone who's failed 130 times.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's just unfair. Shreyas Iyer, though, on the other side, we've got to say, talking about maturity that Pant showed today, there is of course, Shreyas Iyer is, well, he loves playing against the West Indies. He loves scoring half centuries against them. Also shows a lot of maturity. Not played that many matches again. So you had 2 guys playing there. 10 games. That's it. Playing and Rishabh Pant picking up the cue from Shreyas Iyer almost and saying, hang on, I got to show different gear. I got to get this done. 114 of 113 balls is not a slow partnership by any stretch. And given the conditions, given 80 for 3, given the slowness of the pitch, given the weather, you'd say this is gold.
It is absolute gold. And the other thing I want to say is that I was really I found it interesting of how angry they were when they both got out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was not that, I've got 70 and I've done well for the team. I should have got a big.
Yeah, Rishabh's was kind of soft, wasn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, slower ball. I mean, he just didn't catch up with it. On those sorts of surfaces, you're going to get out caught square of the wicket, though. Yeah. We saw Rohit get out caught square. I think KL went to hit one and lob one up in the air. When it's slow and it's tacky and it just grips a little bit, you'll see guys getting through and through and through and almost hoisting it. Leg side or leg side on the for the right-handers as well, just because it's the slow nature of the surface. But it was an impressive partnership, and like you say, 10 games, 13 games. I think Shreyas Iyer averages over 50, although he's played a lot of his games against the West Indies. He averages about 54, 55 now in ODI cricket. So it's a great start to a career. He just needs to continue on with that, and he's got that confidence. And if Rishabh Pant can keep doing it, Kedar was good at the back end today as well, just playing that little cameo at the back end, a little 40 at better than a runner ball, and that's what he does well.